Wow, I love that video introduction. What a great looking car. Hello everyone, my name is Craig Campbell, a member of the product training team here at General Motors of Canada. Thanks for taking the time to watch this walk around video. You know, in the next 30 minutes or so, I have something very special in this studio for you today, and it is the all-new Chevrolet Cruze. Now I'm going to start this video off with a very bold statement. This Cruze was designed to be the best vehicle in the segment. It wasn't designed to compete with the Mazda 3 or the Honda Civic. It wasn't designed to be as good as a Toyota Corolla or a Hyundai Elantra. It was designed to be the absolute best, topping all the others. Absolutely no compromises. Now folks, the GM designers, they've absolutely reached this lofty goal, but so far, these are just words. I'm going to spend the next half hour or so proving that the Cruze is truly best in class. Now I will get to the great many wins that this car has over the competition. The list is long, but I want to start off with the overall design of the Cruze. Now coming or going, this vehicle looks great. Notice the extra touches like the chrome surround and that dual port grille. In fact, tasteful elements of chrome have been used all around this vehicle just to kind of catch that light perfectly. You will find a chrome bar separating the Chevrolet signature 4 tail lamp design at the rear as well. All in, this car looks like a premium vehicle regardless of the angle. And I think that the word premium, it really sets the stage for what this car is all about. I mentioned earlier, no compromises in the design, and I absolutely meant it. Every material chosen, every line designed into the sheet metal, it all gives a very elegant look. But starting at under $15,000, this is the best car on the market with the best value for your dollar as well. Now let me turn your attention to our safety story for a moment, which is one of our best-in-class proof points. As you may know, the Cruze was available in over 60 countries around the globe before being launched here in Canada. This represents literally over 6 million test miles to make sure that this car is of top-notch quality. But with all these test miles, we've managed to crash quite a few as well, intentionally. After all, you can't be the best in class for safety unless you really test out the safety features. Check this out. Being sold around the world, like in China, Australia, and all over Europe, we had to meet global crash standards. But we didn't just meet them, we blew them away. In Europe, with the Euro NCAP test, the Cruze received maximum points in the frontal offset collision test and the side impact crash test against a moving deformable barrier. It makes it the first passenger car ever to receive maximum scores in both those tests since the Euro NCAP began providing these crash test ratings way back in 1997. So, no other car has received a perfect score in those two tests. None, until the Cruze came along. Now, in fact, the Cruze has already received top marks in Australia and China as well, setting an all-new standard around the world for crash worthiness. Now, another interesting test was done in Australia, and it was their internationally accredited low-speed bumper test. And guess what? The Cruze received the highest score ever for that bumper test, as I said, ever, that they've ever done. That's the best score of any vehicle of any size since they started doing that test as well. Absolutely phenomenal news for the Cruze, but even better for you, the Cruze owner. Safety is no joke, and with the Cruze, it is best in class. Now I'm going to talk a lot more about our safety story as we move around this vehicle. But for now, let's talk about size. You know, at first glance, the Cruze may look like a small car, but it is actually a mid-sized car in disguise. Let me show you what I mean. Proportionally, the Cruze is significantly larger inside than the Chevrolet's older small car, the Cobalt. Just look at the difference overall. That size difference also carries on to the trunk. Now, if I compare the Cruze against the competition, like the Civic and also the Toyota Corolla, not only are we still significantly larger inside with overall passenger space, but just look at the trunk difference. More than a 3 cubic foot advantage over both of them. Now, I'm going to talk a lot more about the interior space in the cargo room, but again, you don't have to be squeezed into a small car when you're talking about the Cruze. We think that you deserve the best-in-class comfort as well. Now, everything else that you would expect in a Chevy, it's included in this Cruze. In fact, I think that you'll be amazed at the amount of standard equipment built into the vehicle. Take auto lights as an example. With a light sensor mounted onto the dash inside the vehicle, Essentially what happens here is these headlights as well as the tail lights will automatically turn on and off. You don't have to do anything. If it's dark out, they go on. If it's light, they go off. It seems like a simple system though, and it's standard in every single Cruze. But look around, folks. You won't find it standard anywhere else in the segment. Not at Ford, not at Hyundai, Toyota, Mazda, or Honda. Now you can also program our lights to stay on for up to 2 minutes after you get out of the car. You set your own time, 2 minutes, 30 seconds, not at all, whatever's good for you, or however long you think it would take for you to walk up to, say, your front door, and you want your headlights to illuminate the way. It's really your decision, and it's easily programmed through the Driver Information Center, and I'll cover that when we get to the driver's seat. Now, you know what else you can't use with the competition? Here's a really cool thing. The OnStar smartphone app. OnStar has always been a great story for us, but now it goes even further. You can actually use your phone to remotely start your car from virtually any distance. You can also get screens of important information like how much gas you have left or maybe your remaining engine oil life. Think about it. You could be in your office on a cold day with your car hundreds of yards away, too far for a traditional remote start system. Now, with the OnStar app, all you need to do is have your cellular connection and start your car. And by the time you walk out to your car, you go down the elevator and all those different things, your car is all nice and warm and defrosted. It's comfortable and it's safe and it's ready for the drive home. Now, since no other competitor offers OnStar, no other competitor can provide something as integrated as our Chevrolet Connect app. Okay, I think it's about time to open up this hood and we're going to start talking about the powertrain.